Jetzt möchte ich euch noch eine sehr wichtige Person vorstellen. Sein Name ist Charles Taché, er ist unser Athletic Trainer. Das heißt, er ist derjenige, der uns immer nach jedem Kampf, wenn wir Verletzungen haben oder irgendwelchen sonstigen Schaden vom Kampf bekommen haben, der uns zusammenflickt, der uns massiert, der uns stretcht, der unsere Prellungen versorgt, alles Mögliche. Und ich werde jetzt ein paar Fragen stellen, wie sein Tagesablauf so aussieht. Hello, Charles, how are you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Actually, I call him Coach. Coach, right?
Yes, Coach. That's my nickname. Is Coach.
I just want to ask you, what's your normal day of work? What do you have to do?
Well, my normal day of work, depending on what we have, you know, like say a pay-per-view, is we'll get to the area, and I'll generally look for an area to set up, and then I mean the guys generally have interviews and so forth to do. I'll generally set up my area, do any paperwork that I have to do.
That means you have to be way earlier than the talent here, right? Than the wrestlers.
Yeah, a lot of times I will get here before, maybe an hour or two before the wrestlers get here to get everything set up. I usually get water and Gatorade for fluids and so forth. Get everything set up in regards to my tape, my table, where I tape the guys and get them ready for their matches.
Let me ask you this, like today we got a 2-hour live show and a 3-hour pay-per-view today.
Yes.
It's a very big event for WCW. In those events, are there more injuries than normally?
I will say that in a pay-per-view we'll tend to have more injuries, only because, I mean, we're talking about a very big event. A lot of these matches that are going on are very intense and are very meaningful. Not that all the other matches are not meaningful to the guys, but in a pay-per-view, everything tends to be escalated, you know, definitely 100%. And the guys are going all out, and so you'll tend to find more injuries.
So
yes.
Basically you get real busy, huh? It's also, man.
Yeah, I get real busy. Hopefully we don't get anything serious, but most of the, you know, hopefully it's generally preventative measures in regards to.
So far tonight you don't have any like injury case or nothing like that?
Nothing serious, no. You know, I mean, just due to being outside and so forth, I've had a little bit of heat exhaustion in regards to people being tired and so forth. But
what was the worst injury what you saw or had in the last 5 months or year on what you saw in a wrestler?
Well, you know, I've had some pretty significant injuries. I've never had any catastrophic injuries. I've had some possible head and neck injuries, concussions. I've never had any kind of fracture to the cervical area, to the neck, but I've had in a probability, so we've had to treat as such in regards to stabilizing the individual and getting them to the hospital. One in particular that I remember, we had an injury to quadricep muscle, the front muscle, big muscle. We had a complete rupture of that tendon, and that was a pretty significant injury. You don't find that too often in sports, in any sports.
Yeah, I mean, you know a lot about me. You treat me a lot of times right after the matches.
Yes.
What would you say? Do I have a lot of injuries, or I'm a normal guy, or do I just take care of my body?
I tell you what, you take care of your body. You know, I wish some of the guys, a few more of the guys, were like you. Even with minor injuries that you have, you will come to me. You use me very well in regards to.
That's very important, right?
It's very important. Even if you have a minor injury, we need to treat it properly so it doesn't get any worse.
Like,
we need to monitor it.
Like the example with my knee, well, I had a long time problems to keep up with the treatment, right?
Yes. I mean, we're looking at probably a tendonitis, and a tendonitis, if it's not treated properly, and it will get worse. Injuries will tend to get worse if you don't treat them properly. That's normal. And instead of possibly being out for a week or so, or not being limited for a week or so, it will gradually increase to possibly you won't be able to wrestle. You might miss some matches.
Yeah, that could be hard for my high-flying style, right? It could be very fatal.
Very.
Okay. So I see you have a patient back there. Thanks for talking to me, and
sure.
I mean,
thank you very much.
Do you want to say anything to the German fans? Guten Tag.
Guten
Hallo.
Tag.
Okay.
Guten Tag.
Okay, see you, Coach.
Bye.
And now, ladies
Eddie Guerrero, mexikanische Vorfahren, aber er ist amerikanische Staatsbürgerschaft. Er ist ein Neukommer hier in WCW. Er ist schon ein sehr großer Star hier geworden in der kurzen Zeit, der er hier ist. Und ich werde jetzt mich mit ihm ein bisschen unterhalten, wie er sich auf sein kommendes Match jetzt hier vorbereitet. Hi Eddie, how are you doing?
Fine, how are you?
Pretty okay.
Good.
You got a pretty tough match going on today, right?
Yeah, that's right. I got Ric Flair, the best. 12 times world champion, and now he's the US champion, and I got a shot at the title.
So let me ask you this, how did you prepare for this match today?
Well, first of all, you prepare in the gym, obviously, and in the ring, and mentally a lot of preparation. You know, he's a great wrestler, and you just want to go out there and give it your heart, just like you do, and do the best that you can.
Yeah. Eddie, as far as I know, you wrestled him a couple of times before. What did you learn from the recent matches before?
Well, every time you wrestle Ric Flair, it's like wrestling anybody else 10 times, because he's such an experienced man. And what you learn in there is just his ring savvy and his experience, and you see how far it takes him.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I experienced with him too. What do you think are your chances to win the belt tonight?
Well, there's always a chance in life. There's always a chance for anything to happen. As long as you strive for it and your heart's into it, anything can happen. This is WCW, and you know the best is here.
So how you like it here so far in Sturgis? I mean, you're almost here at home, huh? It's just a few hours flight away, right?
Right. I live in El Paso, Texas. It's about a 3-hour flight from here. I think Sturgis is a good time, but I've been really not enjoying it too much because I'm concentrating on my match.
Okay, Eddie. What I was thinking is, like, we wrestled a couple of times here in WCW, and a lot of fans would like to see us lock up in Germany. What do you think about that? One real friendly, competitive match in Germany?
I think it'd be great. I'm looking forward to go to Germany. I want to say hello to all the fans out there, wish them my best. And Alex, I look forward to wrestling you in Germany.
You're a great fan. It's a very good friend of mine. Eddie Guerrero. Thank you.
Alex Wright.
Einfach zu sitzen. Auf einer Harley von den 4 Horsemen. Eigentlich würde ich ihn nicht so gerne interviewen, weil ich ja schon schlechte Erfahrungen mit ihm gemacht habe und seiner Kampfart. Aber nicht, ich weiß, dass manche Fans von den 4 Horsemen echt lieben. Und deswegen tue ich es für euch, okay? Schauen wir mal, was er so macht, okay? Ich will nicht, dass ihr denkt, ich habe Angst vor ihm, okay? Ich mache es nur für euch. Hello, Arn.
Yeah,
Say it
Alex,
first.
what do you want?
I just want to ask you a couple of questions. How are you feeling today?
Well, number one, Alex, Wonderkin. You must be feeling pretty good because usually you don't get this close to a horseman. Kind of makes you nervous, doesn't it?
Not really. I got respect for you, but it doesn't make me nervous.
You know something, Alex? I've seen you the last couple of 3 years. You've went from Wonderkin to Wonder Man. I think you've really come a long way. You've grown up here in WCW. But see, your ability to learn has got something to do more than just in the ring. You've got to learn. You don't put yourself in close quarters with a horseman because you see there's 3 more lurking around here somewhere. And you know what that means, don't you, Alex?
Yeah, I sure know what that means. But let me ask you this. I hear you got a big match coming tonight?
What I did was I just got rid of one of the Dungeon of Doom.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. It got over.
All on your own or with help from somebody of your other folks?
It's that attitude right there that'll get you in trouble, see. You're a man now, you're not a kid. So you got no excuse. If I step off this motorcycle, you know things can get real hairy around here. So put a civil tongue in your head. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, but the fans have a right to know that. You have to answer my questions for the fans.
Ask away.
So what do you think, how is Chris Benoit, since he joined your group, how is he coming along?
Just like you, Alex. He's young, he's hungry, he wants to make himself a place in WCW. He's a horseman, he's earned the right, makes the Horsemen of the 90s stronger than ever.
Yeah, that's true. I experienced in a few matches he's powerful. Okay, that's all what I wanted to know from you.
It's been your pleasure, and I look forward again one time down the road. Let me try your skills since you've gotten much, much better. I'll give you that compliment.
I look forward to that.